Hey GED students, this is Damon Tennant, your GED teacher, and I am here with the final video of the month of October 2021, our installment of Solving for X. And so the way we're going to wrap this up, so just a quick reminder, we went through the basics, the intermediate, the advanced, and now we're going to really focus on problems as you would see on the actual GED Math Reasoning Test. And so what you're going to see here in this week's lesson is actual screenshots from the official GED Math Practice Test. So you're really going to love this one. If you like this kind of video, please give me a like below. And if you want to know when the next video is coming out, make sure you subscribe. Let's jump in. So here we are at the first problem. And so this is a screenshot. You can see it has my name on it. It has the GED ready. So this is a screenshot I took of a practice test I was taking in the process of helping another student just like yourself. So this one says solve equation for X. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do here is distribute. So 3 times X is X. And then we drop that plus sign. 3 times 2 is 6. And then 2 times 2 is 4, and drop that subtraction sign, and 2 times x is x. So now, you know, we're always doing that COPA method, combine, do the opposite, perform the operation, and get your answer. It is tried and true, my patented method that I've developed over time to help my students. So we're going to start, so first thing we're going to do is look at which terms can be combined. So that's 3x and 2x because they're like. They're not the exact same number, but they're like. So we're going to combine those two and then get another color highlighter for emphasis. The 6 and 4 are not the same number, but they're just whole numbers. So they are like, all right? So we've done the C step, combine. Now we're going to do the opposite. And in general, you want your x on this side. So I'm going to do the opposite of minus 2. By doing plus 2, get my black ink there, I prefer that. And if I do it to this side, I'm also going to do it to this side. That gets rid of it here, leaves me 4 over here. 3x plus 2x is 5x plus 6. And then I'm going to do the opposite of 6, which is minus 6. If I do it to this side, I'm going to do it to this side. So we have 5x equals minus 2. And this concept here, 4 minus 6, this goes to lesson 1 when we talk about positive and negative numbers. This is so important when you're working out these steps for solving. So now we have x multiplied by 5 equals minus 2. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm just going to rewrite that up here. Whoops. Get rid of that. So 5x equals minus 2. All I've done is just rewritten that up there. So the opposite is division. So we're going to divide it by 5. That gets rid of that. Becomes 1 or 1x or just simply x. And that becomes minus 2 over 5. And then you come over here and you see what your options are. And there we are. X equals minus 2 over 5. So this is an actual problem. And so everything I've shown you in this month's series prepares you to do this. So look at that. Everything you see, now you're seeing the relevancy of it. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this screenshot is of one of my favorite practice questions that I've ever screenshotted. So let's just walk through it. Botanists studied the leaves of a coconut palm tree to determine the water content of the leaf. They discovered the water content, Y grams per 100 square centimeters of leaf area, depends upon the width of the leaf, X centimeters. So Y grams per 100 square meters depends upon the width of the leaf, X centimeters. The relationship described by the equation is Y equals 2 plus 0.3x. One leaf was found to have water content of 2.42 grams per 100 square centimeters. What is the width? Okay, so we know that Y, it told us up here, is telling us the water content. And so this 2.42 2 here is the water content. All right, and so we have our two-step process we always use. We want to identify the question. And so the question is, what is the width in centimeters? So width in centimeters. And then we're going to state our path, step 2. So we know that y, and I'm going to use my highlighter here instead of a pen so I don't get it all mixed up. So y is the water content. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and just simply write that. Y is water content. Abbreviate that. And then x is centimeters. And width, so it's going to highlight that, width of the leaf. So now come up here, width of leaf in centimeters. Okay, so all we're doing is just pulling information. Then we have the relationship. If it's this formula, y equals 2 plus 0.3x. Okay, so now the question then says that the water content is 2.42. 2.42 is the water content. Actually, I'm going to write this up here so it's a little bit easier to see. 2.42 is water content. Okay, and so given this expression, all we have to do is find the width. And we already know that the width of the leaf is x, this one right here. Right, so we've identified the question that we're looking for the width. We've pulled information out of the problem, which we know that y is equal to the water content and x is equal to the width of the leaf. And then this third piece tells us the relationship, y, water content, is equal to 2 plus 0.3 times the width of the leaf. Okay, and then the fourth piece of information here is telling us what the water content is. So now all we have to do is set up this equation. So that's easy because y, we already know, is 2.42. And we're going to set that equal to 2 plus 0.3x. So we don't know what x is, and that's what we're solving for. So now we're just going to, just like we did in the previous screen, we're going to do the opposite. But actually, let me just define our like terms first. So 2.4 and 2 are like, and then 0.3x is by itself. So now all we got to do is do the opposites, right? We're still just doing COPA, right? And so now we have 2.42 minus 2 gives us, is equal to 0.3, and then we're just going to divide each side by 0.3, and so x would equal 2.42 minus 2 divided by 0.3. Okay, and that will go under there. So now we come up here and it's just a drag and drop problem. So we would take that 2.42 minus 2 and we would drag it and put it in there. And then we'd take that 0.3 and we drag it and put it under there. And then we would have solved this expression by using this drag and drop interface from the problem. So again, this is why we take you through every month a specific subject and break it down for you. So we've done the basic, we've done the intermediate, we've done the advanced, and now we're focusing on the word problems as you're going to see them on the test by showing you actual screenshots. This is why my approach and my content works for my students when they follow it, because you got to do the work, right? You got to do the video series. But if you do the video series, you'll be prepared to do this because you will have had incremental practice. You'll have the Solving for X workbook, and you'll be able to knock these problems out, right? So again, this is great. It's video. You can rewind it and look at it as many times as you need to. Again, if you like this video, please like it. If you want to subscribe so you know when my videos are posted, hit that subscribe button and set your notifications so that it dings on your phone or your PC or however you access YouTube. And look forward to the month of November, and we'll be tackling yet another GED test subject. Thank you.